What's up guys, Abel Guide here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a gaming YouTube short / TikTok on Adobe Premiere Pro. Now what you want to do is you want to open up Adobe Premiere Pro, and once you open Adobe Premiere Pro, you want to click on New Project. Now the project that I named is called Apex TikTok Season 15 44. But the reason why I say Apex TikTok was because I used to upload TikToks before on my TikTok, obviously, and I don't do that anymore. I upload YouTube Shorts now, so I just don't want to get mixed up and be like, oh, YouTube Shorts 1. So I just keep on going, and I'm just like Apex TikTok Season 15 44. You can name it however you want. After you open up the project, you're going to see the bottom left, it says Import Media to start. What you want to do is you want to right click it and click on Import. And after that, it's going to bring you to your Files page. And once you get to your Files page, you want to click on the clip that you want to edit. So now after you grab your clip, you're going to want to drag the clip onto the timeline. Once you got your clip on the timeline, you want to keep on basically looking at the clip until you find like the start of the clip where you want it. And once you find the start of the clip, you're going to want to hit Control K. But first, before you do that, you want to highlight all the tracks. So you want to highlight all the tracks and then click Control K. Control K basically just splits it where the blue cursor is. So wherever the blue cursor is, it just splits it, and your blue cursor is going to be at the start of the clip. After you hit Control K, all that excess part of the clip, you're going to right click and then press Ripple Delete. What this does is it deletes all that excess stuff, and then brings the start of the clip all the way to the start of the timeline. After you press Ripple Delete and have done all that, what you're going to want to do is you want to hold the Alt button on your keyboard and press on video 1, the video track, and then bring it up 1. It will basically just copy this track and then bring it up 1, and you want to repeat this about 3 times. So you have 4 video tracks. Once you have 4 video tracks, we're going to go all the way to the top right and go to the Effects tab. Once you're in the Effects tab, you want to go on the search bar and search Crop. After you search up Crop, there will be under the Transform tab, it will be like a Crop Edit button. And what you want to do is you want to click and hold the Crop button and drag it onto your first 2 video tracks, which is V3 and V4. After you do that, you want to go back to the search bar in the Effects tab, and you want to search up Blur. Now blur will show up Gaussian blur and sharpen under the blur and sharpen tab. You're going to want to put Gaussian blur on V1 and then sharpen on V2. Once that is done, you're going to want to go back to V3 and V4, but specifically V3. And what you're going to do is you want to go to the Effects Control tab, which is on the top left. And then once you go in the top left, you want to go all the way down to Crop in the Effects Control. And then you want to click on that square one, the square one under the crop, which is a 4-point polygon mask. Now you can get creative with this and crop whatever you want, but I'm just going to crop my health bar. So you want to grab that blue square and you just want to drag it to wherever you want. I'm just going to drag it to my health bar. After that, you want to repeat the same process for V4, but instead of going back to the health bar, you want to go to another spot. For me, I'm going to go to where my kills are. After you have both of your places where you want to crop, you're going to want to click on the fit bar right next to the frames, and you want to click on 100%. This basically is a magnifier and it zooms in the video. And then you're going to scroll up all the way to the V4 square thing. And then since it's a square, you have 4 points in which you can basically just transform the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up where the square is, at least on the top. And then on the bottom, I'm going to drag those points all the way to the bottom of the kill point to where I can line it up. And then I can successfully crop it. After you successfully crop where you want to crop, you want to go back to the Effects Control tab where that square was, and you want to scroll all the way down to where it says inverted, and you want to check it, and then you want to go to the top and do it all the way to 100%. Now you have V4 done, so what you want to do is click back on the volume of the video 3 track. You want to click on it, and you want to go to the Effects Control tab of video 3, and you want to click on Mask 1 so it shows the blue square. After you do that, you want to scroll all the way down to where you put the blue box for video 3, and then you want to repeat the same thing and just crop whatever you want to crop using the 4 points of the squares. And then like with video 4, you're going to repeat the same thing and click on the inverted checkbox and then go into the top and then do that to 100%. After that's done, you're going to hit the 100% and go back to fit, and then you're going to go to V2 and put the sharpness to like 5 or 3 depending on what you want. Don't put it up above 5 because then it'll just look really bad. And then you want to go to V1 and put the blur to whatever you want, just make sure it's blurry. I put it to 9 so it's not as blurry and you can kind of see the background, but if you want to add like 35 or 30 or 10 or 15, you could do that. So after you did all that, you want to go all the way to the top where it says sequence, and then you want to click on sequence settings. Basically, you're going to do the frame size to be 1080 and the vertical, horizontal, whatever, the other box you want to do to 1920. You basically want to switch them. And for the time base, you want to do it to what you recorded on. So if you say recorded on 30 frames a second, you want to put it on 30 frames a second. For me, I recorded on 60 frames a second, so I switched it to 60 frames. After that, you want to go back to the timeline and you want to go to V1 and you want to put the scaling to 200. So basically all these 4 tracks now you want to put to just scaling. So for me, the V1, obviously I put it to 200, and you already had the blur on, so you don't need to worry about that. So just put it at 200. And the volume 2, which is basically your gameplay, I like to scale a little bit. All of this is subjective to what you want. If you want to change the layout of what I do, you can do that, but for me, I just put it to 115 and I put the scale to 2100, bring it down a little but also zoom it in a little. And for V3, the health bars on Apex, I basically put it to my scaling to 165, and then in the top left one, the position scale, I basically just scroll until I find like where it is, and then once I find it where it is, I stay there. And then the other one, the 961, it's basically up and down, so I'm going all the way up. If you want to go all the way down and keep it there, then that's up to you, but I want to go all the way up, so I put it to negative like 460. And then I do the same thing for volume 4, which is like my kills and like my assist. So basically I put the scaling to like 125, and then I try to find the position scale, so I go to the left and I just like go back and forth to see where it is in the video. And once I find where it is in video, I go up with the other position scale. So now once you have done all that with the scaling part and you got your whole outline of the YouTube short and TikTok you want, you basically want to go back to the timeline and highlight it all, and then you want to look back into it and then look at the excess part you want to cut out. And like I said before, you want to hit Control K and Control K again to make sure you ripple delete one part of the clip. And I'll just show you how I do it on the timeline. So I hit Control K on like the start of like the excess part of the clip, and then once the clip starts getting good again, I hit Control K, so then all that excess part is stuck into one clip in itself, and then I just ripple delete it. After you've done that, then you'll have your whole clip. If you want to make a YouTube short, this doesn't apply to TikTok, but if you want to make a YouTube short, then you want to click right where it says your clip says, and you want to click on those 3 little lines on the timeline, and then you want to click on show audio time units, and it basically just shows you, instead of the frames, how many frames you get in a video, it's going to show you the time. And for a YouTube short, if it's over a minute long, then it counts as an actual YouTube video and not a short. So make sure when you're doing your clip, make sure it's under a minute long if you're doing a YouTube short. This does not apply to TikTok, as a TikTok can be over a minute long, but for a YouTube short, make sure you have this on so that when you're making your clip, you want to make sure it's under a minute long so it can actually be registered as a YouTube short. So once you got it under a minute, you want to go to File and then Save, and then you want to go to Export down below and then Export Media. Now if you're uploading on TikTok, I recommend just doing H.264 for the format. But if you're doing a YouTube short, and I think if it's like if you have a video card, which I do have a 3070, then you want to do H.265. But if you do H.265, you most likely will not be able to play it on like your like files. If you want to click on your files, you won't be able to play it. But it will be better quality. But if you want to just upload on TikTok and not YouTube Shorts, then just do H.264. Now, since I upload YouTube Shorts, I already have a preset which is called YouTube, but I'll show you how to make a brand new preset. So most likely your preset is going to be on match source high bitrate, and it's good, but it won't make your video quality as good as it could be. So you want to keep the width to 1080 and 1920, the frame rate to whatever frame you have, which I have is 60. And then in your encoding settings, your performance will be software encoding, your profile will be main, your level will be 4.1, but your tier, you want it to be high instead of main. This will make your video quality much better. And then you want to scroll down to the section where there's bitrate encoding, and you want to do VBR 1 pass. And then you want to set the target and maximum bitrate to 24. And then you want to put the quality to higher. You could put it to highest if you have a really good computer, but just put it to higher because YouTube only allows like 1080, I'm pretty sure, for shorts. So it doesn't even matter if you put it all the way to the highest. And then you want to keep everything else for the video and audio the same. And then you want to go to one of those checkboxes and then click on use maximum render quality. You want to check that box. And then I forgot to do it in this video until later, but the time interpolation, you want to put it to frame sampling. Now, I'm not a professional video editor and I don't really know like what most of these mean, But when I have done this, it has make my video quality much better. If it doesn't make your video quality much better, the thing I suggest is to adjust your bitrate, your VBR1 pass. Not instead of 24, maybe you want to put it to like 15 or something like that. But yeah, just adjust that until your video looks good. And then once you have that, you want to click on the right next to preset. You want to click on the down arrow, and that basically just saves it. And then you will save it to whatever you want. I should put a copy of YouTube/TikTok since I have the same preset. And after you have done that, you want to click on export. After you click export, the video should be in your files. So what you want to do is you want to go on YouTube and then go to the top right and click on upload video. Once you hit upload video, want to select files or drag the file to where your clip was. After you do that, the video will start uploading, and you can do whatever title you want, put whatever hashtag you want. Make sure you put not for kids unless you're actually making a kids gaming TikTok or YouTube shorts. And then you want to allow all comments down below, and then you just want to click on next for everything, put it on public, or if you want to schedule it for another day, you want to do that and then upload it, and then you should be fine. And that is everything in this video. I'm not showing how to upload on TikTok because I don't upload on TikTok anymore, and I did this file on a H.265, which will not let you upload on TikTok. It's only H.264, but if you're watching this video, then you should already know how to upload on TikTok. But if you don't, make sure to put that in the comments below and I'll show you how. Anyways, this has been ADOBE, and this is how to make a gaming YouTube short and TikTok. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, like for more videos, more Apex videos, since I'm playing Apex obviously, and peace.